In the previous video, we saw the basic proportionality theorem and questions asked in the exam. And now, today we will learn about the property of angle bisector of a triangle, this property and examples on it. Okay? Of angle bisector of a triangle. See, the statement for that theorem is the bisector of an angle of a triangle divides the sides opposite to the angle in the ratio of the remaining sides. That means, see the carefully this statement again. The bisector of an angle of a triangle. That means, in this figure, triangle ABC we take here, and bisector of angle C divides the side opposite to that angle, that is side AB divides by that angle bisector ray, that is CE, opposite side divides, that is seg AE and seg EB, in the ratio of the remaining sides. That means AE upon EB, which is equal to AC upon CB. Okay, that means here given we write here in triangle ABC, in this triangle ABC, bisector of angle C, that means this bisector of angle C intersects the side AB, seg AB in point E. Okay, this is the given of our theorem. Then we have to prove here AE upon EB, which is equal to AC upon CB. This is our to prove. Then for that we construct here. What we construct here? Draw a line parallel to ray CE. That means we draw the line, this line BD parallel to this side, parallel to this ray CE, which is passing through the point B. That means this line CD, this line BD, draw here, which is passing through the point B, extend AC so as to intersect it in point D. That means we extend this line AC in a such a way that this DB intersect, this line intersect at point D. For that we have to write the proof. First of all, we take here ray CE parallel to ray BD. That means this ray CE parallel to ray BD. This ray BD. And this AD is our transversal. That means these two lines are parallel to each other. This ray CE and ray BD, these two rays are parallel to each other, and this ray AD is the transversal. Then this angle, angle ACE, that means this angle ACE and angle CDB, this angle and this angle are congruent because these two angles are corresponding angles. Therefore, by using the corresponding angle property, these two angles are congruent. Which these two angles? Angle ACE and another angle CDB. We write here angle ACE equal to angle CDB. Reason for that? Corresponding angles. Therefore, because these two angles are corresponding angles, this is our equation number first. Okay. Then now taking BC as the transversal. In second case, we take here BC. This BC is the transversal of that two parallel rays, that is CE and BD. In this case, this angle, angles ECB, this angle ECB and angle CBD this angle and this angle. These two angles are alternate angles. Therefore, angle ECB, congruent angle CBD. This is our equation number second. But angle ACE congruent to angle ECB. This angle ACE congruent angle ECB. That means this angle and this angle, these two angles are congruent because ray CE is the angle bisector of angle C. Therefore, these two angles are congruent and this is our given. So, we write here angle ACE congruent angle ECB. This is given and gives this equation number 3. Therefore, we can write here, see here, this angle and this angle, these two angles are corresponding angles. These two angles are congruent. Again, this angle and this angle and this angle are also congruent because these two angles are alternate angles. Next, this angle and this angle, these two angles are also congruent because they are angle bisector. Therefore, these two angles are congruent. Therefore, from equation 1, 2 and 3, we can write here angle CBD. That means this angle CBD, this angle and congruent angle CDB. That means this angle and this angle, these two angles are also congruent because this and this congruent, this angle and these angles are congruent, this angle and this angle are also congruent. Therefore, these two angles are congruent to each other. Then, again in triangle CBD, see here this triangle CBD, that means this triangle CBD. In this triangle, side CB congruent side CD because sides opposite to the congruent angles. If angles are congruent, then side opposite to that are congruent. Therefore, CB equal to CD. This is our equation number 4. Now, in triangle ABD, see this here, this angle ABD, that means this greater angle ABD. In this angle, in this triangle ABD, seg EC, that means this seg EC parallel to seg BD. We draw here the construction. So, we can write here this AE upon EB equal to AC upon CD. Which property we use here? In the previous lecture, we saw that property, that is basic proportionality theorem. Therefore, this AE upon EB equal to AC upon CD. We use here basic proportionality theorem. Therefore, AE upon EB remains as it is, which is equal to AC also remains as it is. Instead of CD, we write here CB from equation number 4 because CB equal to CD. Therefore, from equation 4 and 5, this 4 and 5, we write here AE upon EB equal to AC upon CB. This is our proof of that statement, that is angle bisector theorem. Understood? Bisector property. See here, in triangle ABC, we draw here triangle ABC. In this triangle ABC, point D on the side BC, that means this point D on the side BC in a such way that is AB upon AC, which is equal to BD upon DC. Then this ray AD is the angle bisector of angle BAC. Understood? property of three parallel lines and their transversals. So we write the theorem for that, for three parallel lines and their transversals. That is, the ratio of the intercepts made on a transversal by three parallel lines is equal to the ratio of the corresponding intercepts made on any other transversals by the same parallel lines. See again, the ratio of the intercepts made on the transversal by three parallel lines, which is equal to the ratio of the corresponding intercepts made on any other transversals by the same parallel lines. For that we have to draw the diagram. See here, in this figure, T1 and T2, these T1 and T2 are the transversals of line L and line M and line N. Line L, M and N, these three lines are parallel to each other, and T1 and T2 are the transversals of that three parallel lines. See here, this transversal T1 intersects the line L, M and N in point A, B and point C respectively. Similarly, this transversal T2 is also intersects the line parallel lines L, M and N in point P, Q and R respectively. See here, given line L, parallel line M, parallel line N. See here in this figure, line L, parallel line M, parallel line N. That means these three lines are parallel to each other. Then transfer T1 and T2 are the transversals. This T1 and this T2, these two lines are transversals. Transversal T1 intersects the line in points A, B and C. That means this T1 transversal intersects the line L, M and line N in points A, B and C respectively. Then another transversal, that is T2, intersects the lines in points P, Q and R respectively. We have to prove here this ratio AB upon BC, which is equal to PQ upon QR. We have to prove here the ratios made by these three parallel lines are equal. For that, we join this point P and point C. That means draw here sec PC. This PC intersects the line M in point D. See here, draw sec PC. We draw here sec PC which intersects the line M. This line M intersect in point D or at point D. Therefore, in triangle ACP, see here, triangle ACP, that means this triangle, in this triangle, this BD parallel to AP, this AP, this BD parallel to this AP. Therefore, by using BPT theorem, we write here AB upon BC, which is equal to PD upon DC. See here, by using basic proportionality theorem. Similarly, in triangle CPR, triangle CPR, in this triangle, which triangle? In this triangle in CPR, in this triangle, this DQ is parallel to CR. DQ is parallel to CR. Therefore, by using BPT theorem, we write here PD upon DC, which is equal to PQ upon QR. See here, PD upon DC, which is equal to PQ upon QR. This is equation number second by using BPT theorem. See here from equation 1 and 2. Observe this equation 1 and 2. If AB upon BC equal to PD upon DC, again in this equation 2, this PD upon DC which is equal to PQ upon QR. That means if this ratio is equal to this ratio and this ratio is equal to this ratio, that means this ratio is equal to this ratio and this ratio equal to again this ratio. That means we can write here from equation 1 and 2, AB upon BC equal to PD upon DC which is equal to again PQ upon QR from equation 1 and 2. So we write here AB upon BC equal to PQ upon QR. We are getting here the proof of that theorem. Understood? It's very simple. This theorem is not maybe asked in the examination, but the examples on that theorem may be asked. Examples in the practice set 1.2. See the question number first. Given below are same triangles and length of line segments. Identify in which figure ray PM is the bisector of angle QPR. See the first figure, students. In this first figure we have given PQ equal to 7, PR equal to 3, QM equal to 3.5 and MR equal to 1.5. We have to write first given PQ equal to 7, PR equal to 3, QM equal to 3.5 and MR equal to 1.5. And first of all we find PQ upon PR. PQ upon PR equal to 7.3, 7 upon 3. This is equation number first. QM upon MR. Put the value of QM equal to 3.5 and MR equal to 1.5. So 3.5 into 10, 1.5 into 10, we get 35 upon 15. 5 3 is a 15 and 5 7 is a 35. Therefore we get the value of QM upon MR equal to 7 upon 3. If we observe the equation number 1 and equation number 2, these 7 upon 3 and this 7 upon 3 are equal. That means RHS are equal, then LHS must be equal. Therefore in triangle QPR, PQ upon PR equal to QM upon MR from equation number 1 and 2. Therefore by using the converse of angle bisector theorem, we can write here ray PM is the bisector of angle QPR. That means this ray PM is the angle bisector of angle QPR. Understood? See the next example. See this figure. Here also given triangle PQR, ray PM we have given here. Write first the given values. Given RP equal to 7, PQ equal to 10, RM equal to 6 and MQ equal to 8. We first of all find the value of RP upon PQ. RP upon PQ equal to 7 upon 10. Then find the value of this is equation number first. Then find the value of RM upon MQ. RM upon MQ which is equal to 6 upon 8. Upon 8. 2 3 is 6 and 2 4 is 8. Therefore we get the value of RM upon MQ equal to 3 upon 4. This is equation number second. If we observe equation number 1 and equation number 2, LHS are not equal. Therefore we can write here from equation 1 and 2 from equation 1 and 2 we get what we get here, Rp upon Pq is not equal to Rm upon Mq. That means in triangle P, therefore by using converse of angle bisector theorem, angle bisector theorem, we write ray Pm in triangle QPR, in triangle QPR here. Therefore, by using angle bisector theorem, we can write here ray Pm is not bisector of angle QPR, of angle QPR, because the values of Rp upon Pq and Rm upon Mq are not equal here, that is unequal. Therefore, in this triangle QPR, these values are not equal. Therefore, by using converse of angle bisector theorem, we write here ray Pm is not bisector of angle QPR. Understood? In triangle MNP, NQ is the bisector of angle N, and we are given if Mn equal to 5, Pn equal to 7, Mq equal to 2.5, and then we have to find the value of PQ here. Observe, if we observe the figure, in triangle M and P, this ray NQ is the angle bisector of this angle N. Then we write first given in triangle M and P, ray NQ is a bisector of angle N. Then by using angle bisector theorem, therefore by using angle bisector theorem, we get Mn upon Pn Np, Mn upon Np, which is equal to Mq upon Qp, Mq upon Qp. Put the given values in this equation, we get value of Mn is 5 upon value of Np equal to 7, which is equal to value of Mq equal to 2.5, and we have to find the value of Pq. That means Qp is remains as it is, so we write here Qp. Taking the cross multiplication, we get here, therefore Qp equal to 7 into 2.5 upon this 5. Take here the division, 5 ones are 5, take here 0 and 5 5s are 25, which is equal to 7 into 0.5, which is equal to 7 5s are 35. Therefore we get here 3.5. Therefore we get the value of Qp equal to 3.5. Understood? Then next we will see the question number 5 in exercise 1.2. What is this? What is the example? In trapezium ABCD, that means you are given trapezium ABCD. In this trapezium, side AB parallel side PQ, again parallel side DC. See here, this side AB is parallel to side PQ and again this parallels to side DC. That means here we use the theorem of three parallel lines and their transversals. So we write here, first of all, write the given in trapezium. In trapezium A, B, C, D, side AB parallel side PQ and parallel side DC. This is our given. Therefore, by property of by property of three parallel lines, three parallel lines and their transversal. What is that property? That is AP upon PD equal to BQ upon QC. Because these three parallel lines and AD and BC are the transversals, therefore by the property of the three parallel lines and their transversals, we write here AP upon PD, AP upon PD, which is equal to BQ upon QC, BQ upon QC, and we have to find the value of BQ. Put the given values, we get here AP equal to 15, 15 upon PD equal to 12, which is equal to the value of BQ we have to find here, so it remains as it is, and value of QC equal to 14. Therefore here also take cross multiplication, we get BQ into 12, which is equal to 15 into 14. Therefore BQ equal to 15 into 14 upon 12. See here, 3 5s are 15 and 3 4s are 12. Again 2 2s are 4 and 2 7s are 14, which is equal to 5 into 7. 5 7s are 35 upon 2, which is equal to 2 1s are 2, 2 1s are 2, carry 1, 15, and 2 7s are 14, remains 1, take 1, and if we take 0 on that 1, we get 10, that is 2 5s are 10. Therefore we get the value of BQ equal to 17.5. We have to find the value of here, value of BQ, this value we got here 17.5, the value of BQ. Understood? These two examples are very easy and simple. Questions may be asked in the SSC board examination as like simple examples. Practice set 1.2. See the question number 7. We have given here the diagram. In the figure, if AB parallel CD, this AB parallel CD and this CD is also parallel to EF. That means if we find the value of X and AE. We have to find the value of X, that is value of C, and value of AE, that means total distance, that is this AE. If we observe this figure, and also already we have to given here the three lines are parallel, that means here we have to use the theorem or property of three parallel lines and their transversals. So we write here first, given a line AB parallel CD parallel FE, here we write here given. So by using the property of three parallel lines, three parallel lines and their transversals we get df upon bd upon, what we get here, bd upon df, which is equal to AC upon CE. AC upon CE. Put the given values we get here. 8 upon 4, which is equal to 12 upon x. Here we take the cross multiplication, we get x into 8, which is equal to 12 into 4. Therefore x equal to 12 into 4 upon 8. See here, 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8, again 2 ones are 2 and 2 six are 12. Therefore x equal to 6. That means we have to we have to get here the value of, here we get the value of x is 6. Again we have to find the value of AE. How to find this distance AE? AE equal to AC plus C, because C is the point between point A and point E. A and E, this point C lies between these 2 points. Therefore we write here, therefore AE equal to this AC plus CE. AC plus CE. Because A dash C dash E, that means C is the point which lies between the point A and E. Give the reason. Therefore A equal to, value of AC is 12 and value of x means value of CE. We got here already x 6. Therefore we put here the value of C equal to 6, which is equal to 12 plus 6 equal to 18. Therefore we got here the value of A equal to 18. Understood? Next we will see the example number 9. See here, in triangle ABC, sec BD bisect triangle ABC, and we are given the values of AB equal to x, this AB equal to x, BC equal to x plus 5, this BC equal to x plus 5, AD equal to x minus 2, this AD equal to x minus 2, again DC equal to x plus 2, that means this value DC equal to x plus 5. If we observe this diagram, or we have to given already in this triangle, sec BD is the bisects of angle ABC. That means write first information given, in triangle ABC, sec BD bisects angle ABC. This is the given information, we have to provide this. So therefore by using which property? Angle bisector property. Therefore, by using angle bisector property, angle bisector property of triangle we get here AB upon BC, AB upon BC equal to AD upon DC, equal to AD upon DC. Put the given values we get here. Value of AB is x, therefore x equal to, what is the value of BC? BC equal to x plus 5, which is equal to again value of AD. We have given here value of AD is x minus 2 and value of DC equal to x plus 2. X plus 2. Take the cross multiplication, we get x into x plus 2, which is equal to x minus 2 into x plus 5. See here, x into x square, x into 2, that is 2x, which is equal to this. X remains as it is. Take the first x plus 5 here, minus 2, again write the second bracket, x plus 5. We get here x into x square, x into 5, this 5x minus 2 into x, that is minus 2x, and minus 2 into this 5, that is 5 to the 10, that is minus 10. Here write x square plus 2x remains as it is. X square and x square, this is the common term on both sides, will get cancelled. Therefore, this 2x and this 5x, if we take this 5x on that side, we get minus 5x, and this minus 2x, if we take on that side, we get plus 2x, which is equal to minus 10. If we take the addition, 2x plus 2x, that is 4x, 4x minus 5x, which is equal to minus x, equal to minus 10. If we change the sign on both the side, we get x equal to 10. Right here reason, changing the sign on both the side, on both sides, we get value of x equal to 10. This is our correct answer. Understood? Please share with your friends and give a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channels, and if you have any doubts, then write them in the comments box. Okay, thank you.